everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care channel. I'm Dwayne and I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about 3 of the best fifth wheels that I can recommend for your consideration that had the living room in the front of the fifth wheel. You know, that's completely opposite to the standard layout. Usually the bedroom is right up front and the living room is way back there in the back. But we're seeing more front living room fifth wheels. It's kind of catching on as something that people are kind of interested in. And there's a lot of advantages to it. First of all, it allows a lot of room for guests and for entertainment. So if you like to do that, if you like to have people over and maybe large groups and things like that, well, the front living room arrangement is going to be so much better for doing that. Also, it's great for large families as well that like to spend time together in activities in their living room. Now, I have 3 fifth wheels that I really want to show you today, and I can recommend these to you as being a great place to start if you're looking for a front living room fifth wheel. So let's go ahead and get started on the list right now. Well, first on our list is the Alliance Paradigm 385FL, and this is the outside. As you can see, it's a very clean looking appearance on the outside. But let's look at the spec sheet, and the spec sheet at the bottom tells us that the price point for this fifth wheel is around $120,000 plus or minus some. And that's what I found on RV Trader, that new RV dealers were generally asking for this fifth wheel as a starting point. But let's go up to the length, and there we see 41 feet is listed. In fact, all 3 of the fifth wheels that we're going to talk about are a little over 40 feet in length, and that gives you plenty of room inside the RV. Now, next, let's move to the unloaded vehicle weight, the UVW, and that's 14,517 pounds. That's what it weighs coming out of the factory. The gross vehicle weight rating is 16,800 pounds. So that means that you have a little over 2,200 pounds of cargo and fluids that you can put in that fifth wheel. That's pretty good. That usually will take care of most people's needs. Next up is the tank capacities. The fresh tank is 98 gallons. The gray tank is 106 gallons, and the black tank is 53 gallons. This is pretty standard. The 2 large tanks are the fresh and the gray, and then the black is usually around a half to 2/3 of that. So this is a pretty standard tank setup for an RV or fifth wheel this size. Well, now it's time to see what we can learn from the floor plan. And looking here at the floor plan, you can see that you come in to the RV right in the middle in the kitchen area. And it's a very large kitchen area with a lot of storage. In fact, if you'll notice there in the middle too on the island, there's a dishwasher prep as well for this one. Now they give you the option of either a residential or an RV gas absorption refrigerator. The one that we went through that we'll show you now had the residential refrigerator in it. But part of that kitchen area also is a half bath. So keep that in mind. That's very useful to keep folks from having to go all the way through your bedroom to go to the bathroom. Well, let's step into the bedroom from there. And one of the points that's important to notice is that there is a king bed. The queen bed is only optional, so the king is standard in this bedroom. So you've got plenty of bed to enjoy in the bedroom. Now from there, the nice point is that there is a bathroom that goes all the way the width of the RV in the back. And a lot of people really like that. It's very nice to have a full bathroom at the back of the RV. Now, before we move out of that area, you probably can't see it very well on the floor plan, but underneath the bathroom and part of the bedroom is a slide out basement area. In other words, there's a bunch of storage underneath there with a sliding tray that comes right out. And that's a great feature on this fifth wheel. Now, if we move out of the bathroom, through the bedroom, come back to the kitchen, and go up the stairs toward the front, there's that huge front living area. Notice you've got two sleeper sofas facing each other, and also a love seat facing the television directly that has a reclining seat in it. So you've got huge area here for entertaining, for watching television, for just being together with the people that you love. Now, remember that this is a 5-slide RV too. In fact, I think all three in this consideration are 5 slides. So once again, huge area. One last thing, though, that I want to mention is that 3 ACs come standard on this RV, and that's pretty cool. You'll notice as we go through the others that that's not always the case. So if you're in warmer weather, the Alliance may be a good pick for you if you find yourself in warmer weather a lot of the time because of the 3 standard ACs. All right, now let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the pictures that show you the interior of this Alliance Paradigm 385 FL. As you come in the front door, one of the first things you're going to see is that big, nice residential refrigerator there, unless you choose the RV fridge option. And there's an island there in the center of the kitchen with stainless steel sink. Behind that is the oven, range, and microwave with storage on both sides, and a nice little cabinet on the left-hand side for storage as well. Turning to the right, you can see more storage space as well as some more countertop area as well, and the dining room table with chairs in their own slide too. So now let's go up the stairs to that big front living room, and you can see there's plenty of space up here. You can have a nice big gathering or a nice big family here. To the left is one of the sleeper sofas, and then on the other side of the room is an identical sleeper sofa. And then you have the love seat as well with recliners. Now, all of this makes for not only a ton of seating, but also a lot of sleeping area too. Now, before we move on, let's take a closer look at this entertainment center area. And as you can see, there's a nice big flat screen TV. It's a 55-incher from the factory. Notice there's a fireplace down below that, and plenty of storage on both sides for your audio-visual equipment or whatever else you might want to put in there. Now, moving back through the kitchen on the way to the bedroom, you'll see that there's a half bath right off the kitchen. And this is very convenient so that folks don't have to go all the way through your bedroom to get to the bathroom when they're visiting you. Now we'll go up the stairs and into that master bedroom, and there it is, that big king bed. What a nice thing that is to have in an RV. Now we'll move right on through the bedroom into the shower, and on the left-hand side, notice the cabinets there for storage space. And then, of course, there's the shower, a big, nice 48 by 30 shower, and that's a pretty good size for really any RV. Across the room is the toilet area. And then as we leave the bathroom, you can see the full vanity and medicine cabinet. Then as we go back through the bedroom, on the left-hand side is all that cabinet and storage space in the bedroom as well. So once again, that's the Alliance Paradigm 385 FL. Now let's move along to the Grand Design Solitude 380 FLR. And Grand Design builds some beautiful RVs, so this one is no exception. And now let's look at the spec sheet. And at the bottom, you'll notice the price point's a little higher. This is $140,000 plus or minus a little on RV Trader from new RV dealers. The length is about 41 feet. That's pretty much what the Alliance was. And the unloaded vehicle weight, the UVW, is 14,886 pounds. The GVWR, or in other words, the most amount of weight that fifth wheel can carry going down the road, is 16,800. So that's roughly about 2,000 pounds. It's a little less than the other two RVs in this discussion, but not that much less and fairly standard. Looking at the tanks, well, the freshwater tank's at 93 gallons, the gray tank at 100 gallons, but look at the black tank. The black tank is 106 gallons. So if you don't like dumping your tanks, well, this is going to be a great RV for you. Now let's move on to the floor plan and see what we can learn from that. So now looking at the floor plan, you come in again in the kitchen area, and the kitchen area is fairly similar to the Paradigm. You have a pretty standard setup here, but notice on the right-hand side there that there's a really large hutch area. So that's nice. And the half bath comes off the kitchen as well. If you move into the bedroom, instead of having a king bed standard, it's standard as a queen, but you can get the king bed as an option. But then you move through the bedroom into the bathroom, and take a look there. You see dual sinks. And this is great for a lot of folks. They really like having that second sink so that each person has a way to be able to take care of things in the morning without bothering the other. Now, underneath the bathroom and the bedroom, there is also in this plan, there is a basement storage area and a slide-out tray so that you can get that out. And I can't tell you how nice that is to have all of this storage available in a fifth wheel. Now, moving back through the bathroom, through the bedroom and the kitchen, you go up the stairs into that front living area, and it's again very large. This is a 5-slide plan as well, and the two sofas on the front are on opposing slides, just like the Paradigm was. So it opens up that front living area considerably. And then right across from the television, you have the love seat that has direct seating or viewing of the television area. So there's a lot here that's really good. Also notice 2 awnings on the outside, and that's nice. The Paradigm had that as well. It's very good to have those awnings that cover the side of the RV, especially when you're parked on the sun on that side. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the pictures of when we actually went through and viewed this Solitude floor plan. Well, as you walk in the front door, you'll see the whole kitchen there, and right in front is that big residential refrigerator, unless you choose the RV fridge instead as an option. Now, next to that is the oven, the range, and the microwave, and right beside that is a nice storage area for the kitchen, and then to the left of that is the door leading to the half bath. Now, from there, if you look to the right-hand side, you'll see that hutch that's noted in the floor plan with more countertop area on it as well. And if you looked inside that door to the half bath, this is what you would see. Now, moving into the bedroom area, the bed is on the right-hand side. And then if you look right across on the left-hand side, there's a lot of storage and drawer space area in the bedroom. Moving into the bathroom, the toilet is on the left-hand side. You can see also one of those dual sinks in the background. And then when we switch to the other side, there's the other dual sink along with the big shower and a big bathroom storage area. Meanwhile, back up front, you can see the big living area in here. This is the big feature of this RV. And if we look to the side, there's one of the trifold sofas. There's the one just like it on the opposite side. And then in front of the television is the 2 recliners, and that makes for great viewing there. The entertainment center itself consists of the television, and again, there's a fireplace underneath and cabinets on both sides for your audiovisual equipment or whatever else that you might want to put there. Okay, so that's the Grand Design Solitude 380 FLR. Next up on our list is the Leigh Beacon 41 FLB, and what a beautiful fifth wheel. But let's take a look at the spec sheet first. Okay, so looking at the specs, you can see right away that this is the most expensive of the three fifth wheels we're going to talk about today. The price point is somewhere around $160,000 plus or minus on RV Trader at new RV dealers. And the length is a little bit bigger. It's 42 feet long, so you've got an extra foot there over the other two fifth wheels. When we look at the unloaded vehicle weight, it's 16,360 pounds. The GVWR, again, the most that this fifth wheel can weigh is 18,500. So that gives you a little over 2,000, about 21, a little bit more, 2,100 plus pounds of cargo and fluids that you can put in this fifth wheel and still take it safely down the highway. Looking at the tank situation, what you're going to find is that the tanks are not quite as big here in the Beacon, especially the fresh tank. Notice the fresh tank is only 70 gallons. The gray tank is back up around 90, but then the black tank falls down around 45 gallons. So this is really not being made for a lot of boondocking, but you probably wouldn't take this coach boondocking that much anyway. Well, now let's take a look at the floor plan. All right, so looking at the floor plan, you come right into the kitchen again. That's kind of standard on these units. And there's plenty of hutch and pantry storage available on the walls there. Notice the residential refrigerator is listed, and there's no apparent option for an RV refrigerator. So if that's important to you, this floor plan will not work out for you. But there in the kitchen again is the half bath. So that's a great thing. Then you go up the stairs into the bedroom, and this one also has a king bed. The queen is optional. So that's nice. And going into the bathroom, there you are. You have again the dual sinks. This is a full bathroom with plenty of room in it for the shower and everything. Going back through the coach and up into the front living area, it's very similar to the other two in that you have the two opposing slides with the sleeper sofas in them on each side of the television. And then directly in front is again the recliner sofa. Well, the thing that needs to be noted also with this floor plan that I didn't mention on the Grand Design is that the air conditioning situation is such that if you need 3 ACs, I cannot find a way that you can get it on this unit. The Grand Design says that it comes standard with 2 ACs and you can add the third, but I was not able to find an option for the third. If someone finds that, please let me know. And once again, on this floor plan, you'll note 2 awnings as well on that side where you come into the RV. All right, now that's the floor plan. Let's take a look at the pictures we took as we actually went through the fifth wheel. Now, as you come in the door, there again, you see the big residential fridge. Next to that is the oven, the range, and the microwave. But there's quite a bit of pantry and storage space in this particular model. In fact, it seemed to me there was more here than there was in the other two models in this discussion. And of course, you've got the nice, beautiful island as well in the center. And if you turn around and look the other way facing out, there is the dining room table in its own slide that opens up that kitchen area considerably. Now going up the stairs into that front living room area, the main feature of the coach, you can see again, it's beautiful. If you look to the right, there's the sleeper sofa there, and of course right across the way is one just like it. And there's a front-on shot of the entertainment center, very similar to the others. It's a 55-inch television from the factory, the fireplace underneath, and then of course you've got your storage area for all of your equipment and other things on each side of the entertainment center itself. This is a nice view of the kitchen as we leave the living room area, and as you can see, part of the kitchen is that half bath, and it's not huge, but it is very functional. Moving into the bedroom, the big king bed is on the right-hand side. Looking across from that is all of the storage and the drawers for the bedroom. So it is a pretty good sized bedroom. As we go into the bathroom, you see the toilet straight ahead. On the left-hand side are the vanities and those dual sinks that everybody loves. And on the right, look at that big shower. Very good size for an RV. And let me point out that toilet that has plenty of room on both sides. That's something you don't always find in RVs. Well, that's it for the Leigh Beacon 41 FLB. So what are my recommendations then? Well, all three floor plans are actually very similar. There's not a lot of difference there. All three manufacturers are known for being quality producers. Their products seem to be a little cut above their competitors. And they're all three in the higher end of the fifth wheel market. So really it's probably going to come down to smaller items, little things that make you choose one fifth wheel over the others. Or it also could come down to price, because really when we're looking at it, clearly the Paradigm is the deal here. It's certainly it's in the 120s as compared to like the Leigh, the Beacon, that is in the 160s or above. So it is the best deal. However, it's also only been around for a few years. Alliance has not been in the business very long, whereas Grand Design and Leigh have been in the business for some time, and they have well-established reputations. Now, whatever you choose for your RV among these three, I do recommend that you still get an RV inspection, even though they're new, and that's because even at the manufacturers, the quality control these days is not really what it should be, even among quality producers. Then it gets to the dealer. The dealer often is not doing a good pre-delivery inspection like they should. So you might get an RV that really is a good RV, but it's got all these little issues in it that takes months and months to fix. So my recommendation is, before you take delivery, make sure you get these models inspected, and that way you can be sure you get the RV that you have paid for right away. Well, that's three fifth wheels with front living room layouts that I feel that I could recommend to you as a great starting point. Now, maybe you know of some fifth wheels too that you would like to recommend for consideration as well. And if that's the case, well, then please put it in the comments below. We would love to hear about your recommendations too. Well, that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.